So let's look at Hahnemühle's natural line of papers. Well, hello and welcome to this Fotospeed video with me, Tim Jones. This week what I'm going to be looking at is not Fotospeed paper. We are actually going to be looking at some Hahnemuhle paper and focusing on their natural line of papers. Now, these papers are sustainable, they are environmentally friendly, and they are amazing papers, I have to say. When I've been making this video and actually doing some prints and testing out the papers, now I've been really impressed, as I should be, because they're from Hahnemuhle, so they're going to be of the best quality we can possibly think of, but also they are just amazing papers. They feel great, they feel lovely. So they remind me a lot of their like non-inkjet papers, should we say, like their etching papers and their platinum papers and things. They are just beautiful and they feel fantastic in your hand. But before we dive in and have a look at those papers, now as always, please don't forget to subscribe. Just click that subscribe button in the bottom right down there. And also, please stick around to the end of the video because we will have a discount code for all the papers I've mentioned today in this video. So let's dive in and have a look at what the natural line of papers are. The natural line of papers came about, I think it was about a year ago, perhaps 18 months ago, from Hahnemuhle, and they rebranded their bamboo paper, but also included a agave or agave, depending on how you say it, and a hemp paper in there. Now they've just recently added a sugarcane paper to this range as well, which is absolutely lovely and fantastic. So we've got our 4 papers there, our bamboo, hemp, agave or garve, however you want to say it, and also the sugarcane as well. So you've got a good choice in there as well. Now, they're all like a natural white paper. They don't contain any OBAs or any nasty chemicals or anything. They're acid-free and linten-free and everything as well. So they look fantastic. They feel fantastic, fully archival, beautiful papers. The big selling point to them is that they are sustainable. So the hemp, the bamboo, the agave and the sugarcane is a lot faster growing than say cotton or wood. So they can produce more paper on less land and also use less resources to make that paper as well. This is what Hahnemuhle say. It's all on their website, so I'll pop a link in the description below and things. But it's absolutely fantastic. So if you are worried about the environment and sustainability and things, these papers are probably for you and they are absolutely fantastic. But it's great saying all that and great having that all on the website and things and as part of the manufacturing process. But if they don't print very well, then that's going to be a big downfall. So what I want to do is make sure that these papers are going to actually print really well. And I have to say, I've been quite impressed, but let's have a look at them and we'll look at them in more detail one by one and get my thoughts on them and see if actually these papers are really good. Okay, so I've made some prints and the first paper I'm going to start with is the bamboo paper. Now, I've been really impressed, like I said before, I've been really impressed with these papers. I don't know really what I was expecting, to be honest. I knew that Hahnemuhle make them and they make amazing papers anyway, so I knew they were going to be pretty good, to be honest, to be kind of quite honest and things. Now the bamboo paper is 90% bamboo and then 10% cotton in there as a mix to kind of bind it all together. Absolutely great. It feels quite stiff as a paper, to be honest. It's a lovely, smooth texture, this bamboo. It's not a really, really high white point finish, but I would say as a non-OBA paper, all these papers have quite a nice white point as well. They're not a warm feel, say something like our Legacy or our Platinum Cotton. They do have quite a warm look to them. And I think that's to do with the makeup of the bamboos and the hemps, sugarcanes, etc. So they are really, really nice. And as a byproduct of that, they produce colour absolutely amazingly. Now I've picked quite a vibrant picture here on purpose so I can kind of get a bit of everything in here. Now I've been blown away with the colour as well because it's just fantastic. It looks great. Now I printed a black and white on each of these papers as well, and again the black and whites just look stunning. Now I really didn't know what to expect with the black and whites. Now, black and white images on matte papers can be a little bit hit and miss, normally say a high white point of paper. However, they look absolutely stunning on these papers. Now, this is the bamboo. I probably would say it's not my favourite. Now, don't let me put you off this because it's not my favourite, but it's well worth a try. Get yourself the test pack and have a look at them because the bamboo is stunning. The black and whites are beautiful. The texture and it just brings everything together. And I think that's what I found. Even more, I would probably pick the bamboo over, say, a photo rag or something. And that's saying a lot because photo rag is one of the best selling papers in the world. It's absolutely beautiful and fantastic. But I've been absolutely blown away, to be honest, by these papers. Holds definition really well, just contrast was great. It's, yeah, just fantastic paper. Now, the next paper I have here is the Garve, or Garve, however you say it. Again, fantastic colour. It's got a little bit of a higher white point, I think, to the bamboo. Very slight though. I keep thinking my eyes are playing tricks on me, to be honest, but it's slightly higher and therefore the colours really do pop on it. The black and whites are just stunning again. The texture is very, very smooth. It reminds me a lot of our platinum etching paper that we do. So there's a very slight texture in there, but it's very smooth. It's not a distracting texture, shall we say. The white point also makes it beautiful for black and whites. So you can print your portraits on it and absolutely fantastic. Again, I've been really impressed with the colour as well because I wasn't really too sure what to expect, but the colour on these prints are just fantastic and have come out beautifully. So yeah, I've been impressed. So let's look at probably my favourite, which is the hemp. Again, it feels almost photo raggy, to be honest, to the touch, perhaps a little bit stiffer, but also you can see the build-up, you can see the makeup of the paper. So there's little kind of lines in there as well, which reminds me a little bit more of an etching paper, so of the way it's made, which I really like, and it looks great. Colour, beautiful again. I can't fault these papers for the colour rendition and contrast and things. Black and whites, again, because I can't get over the white point of the paper because it's got no OBAs and it's kind of, I'd expect it to be a little bit warmer. However, it is quite white. It does have a fairly high white point considering it hasn't got any OBAs or anything in. So it really makes everything stand out. The blacks look really black and beautiful and almost velvety on the paper. And just the tone and things just looks absolutely fantastic. So it would probably go on my list as a black and white paper, to be honest, as well. It would be absolutely fantastic. It would be a paper I'd have on the shelf and I'd think, what can I print that on in colour? And I'd print it on and then I'd just print black and white. I wouldn't even swap the paper or anything. I'd just continue printing and go backwards and forwards. Absolutely beautiful paper. Really, really nice. I've been, like I said, been really impressed with these. Now we come to sugarcane. And this paper was introduced very recently, so well, a few months ago, I believe. I just got my hands on some large samples of it. I said that hemp was my favourite. I think I might, now I've picked up these prints, be changing that. Now the sugarcane almost reminds me of a William Turner paper that Hahnmeuhle do, which is quite a kind of velvety, rich texture that you hold. However, it's not as, I wouldn't say it's as hard and as sharp as that, perhaps more like a museum etching or something that Hahnmeuhle do. But it's just so delicate and subtle. It's beautiful. And it makes the pictures have a certain antique kind of look, an older look, should we say. So if you're looking for that look from that traditional process look, say, or the darkroom look perhaps, or even before that, so kind of that salt printing look, etc., then this paper is absolutely right for you. It gives you that look. If you want that traditional artist paper look that you would use, say, in traditional processes, the sugarcane is, I think, probably the best paper out there to do it. It looks fantastic, especially in black and white. It just lends itself to that subject and that kind of thing perfectly. It also does colour amazingly as well, don't get me wrong. The colours look absolutely fantastic, and you would not be disappointed if you printed on this. It got those colours and those richness of colours in there. But for me, it is very much a mono paper. It's a black and white paper, a cyanotype paper, or kind of whatever you're kind of using. It just looks great. It reminds me of the papers I use when I'm making etching prints and intagulo prints as well. It's that traditional Hahnmeuhle etching paper, and it looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, really blown away by it. Well, I hope that's been useful. I've kind of talked through the papers, to be honest, and I know it's been a bit of a short video really, because these papers, I think, kind of have to feel them and see them for it kind of to be believed. Now, these papers really highlight my belief that you have to feel a paper and touch a paper before you can print on it, and actually like the feel and touch of that paper before you can print on it. So I really like the idea that these are environmentally sustainable. So we can shift over to these papers and be environmentally considerate, should we say. So we've got that sustainability. But also, they print amazingly. I've really been impressed. It's one of those papers actually that I've kind of got in my hand, and it's actually taken me back a little bit of how beautiful they are, especially the sugarcane. I think for me anyway, personally for me, it's kind of a paper I've been looking for a while, and it looks fantastic and beautiful. So the best thing to do, I think, with these is actually perhaps have a look at the test pack, and I'll put a link in the description below. So the test pack comes with all 4 of the papers in 3 sheets of each. And I think this is a paper that really has to be seen to be believed and kind of have a look at. They are beautiful and stunning. And if you're printing for other people and your clients will be absolutely blown away by this. Now I can see these papers being used in wedding boxes perhaps, or something like that with portraits. They lend themselves perfectly to that. But also for landscape. And also, I think the bamboo and something with a very smooth texture would be really good for wildlife pictures and things like that. So I think there's something in there for everyone. So I hope that's been useful. And like I said, a bit of a short video of me kind of gushing over the new Hahnemuhle Natural Line of papers. However, I really do believe they are beautiful and stunning. So please, please, please try them on your printer. They work on both pigment and dye printers, so don't worry about that. They work beautifully on either. And as I said at the start of the video, I have a lovely voucher with his FS YouTube 15. Now, for 2 weeks, I'm going to extend this to the Natural Line of papers as well. So you get 15% off the Natural Line of papers and also photospeed.com as well. So Photospeed papers on there. So please have a look. And also for all US viewers, our flat rate of shipping is $9 to the US. You are liable to taxes and everything in your own state. However, well worth it, just a flat rate of $9. So well worth having a look and perhaps ordering some papers. Now, until next time, have a great week and bye-bye.